Hi, and thanks for joining me. I hope you're all keeping safe and well. I'm going to show you a collection of some canal related items which I hope you'll find of interest. I'm going to start with when I grounded my boat. I've actually kept silent about that. I was so embarrassed at what happened that I didn't mention it to anyone. But on reflection, I thought about it and I decided I should let you all know. I was honest when I pranged the front of the boat, and I need to be honest now. So this video will start with me recounting what happened when I went aground. Hi, and thanks for joining me. I also look at some armco repairs and discuss what a hazard it can be where short lengths of armco are left in the towpath. And these can be quite a hazard to walkers and cyclists and runners. I then look at the action I took when I was cruising between two locks and the water level in the pound was very low. I hope you enjoy watching. I'm just approaching bridge 32 and I've slowed right down so I can tell you a tale. I came through here some while back and I was moving the camera from one side of the boat to the other, but it wasn't a clip-on camera. It had a screw thread. It was taking me a while to sort it out. And whilst I was trying to undo it and move it from this side to that side, the boat took its own course and headed straight for the bank. And I grounded the boat. I've not mentioned this before, I think through embarrassment. But I went up on the left side, on the towpath side, and I got stuck. I was able to swing the back of the boat side to side, but at the front I was on a sandbank, or whatever. And I tried to use my pole, but from this position I couldn't get the right leverage, even at the front of the boat. I couldn't get the right leverage to push the boat off. But I think I would have got it off eventually by doing this sort of swinging motion, in and out, in and out. But anyway, wait for it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Thunderbirds came to the rescue. Yes, believe it or not, a boat, narrowboat, called Lady Penelope passed by. Could see I was in trouble, and the boat had very kindly stopped, ran back, took hold of my boat pole, and he pushed the boat off with such ease. He was on the towpath and he was able to push me off, no trouble at all, and I was soon underway again. Unfortunately, I wasn't filming the incident at the time, so again another one missed. But it happened just along here where I'm filming at the moment. I can't remember the exact spot, but somewhere back here. I think the water levels must have been low, and these things happen. So I was embarrassed, there's no doubt about it, but I was soon underway again. I don't think anyone recognised me, that was a good thing. So there you have it. Another honest tale of a boater going awry. It was along here where I had the incident. Can't say exactly what spot. Possibly a bit further up. I think I was closer to the bridge ahead. I think probably it was just here. Along there, I think. and I was able to swing the boat like this sort of thing, wedged at the front, but swing it. And I think I would have got free. There were no boats in the distance or anything, but after a while one appeared, followed by another. And the first boat was Lady Penelope, that very kindly stopped and helped me. It only took a few moments, just to push from the towpath, and I was free. It's just that I couldn't do it myself. I didn't have the right, I couldn't give the right pressure in the right place to free the boat. But someone on the towpath pushing it, no problem at all. And on my right is what I was trying to film. A tree branch sticking well out into the water. Doesn't seem to be so bad now though. It seems more submerged than it was before. I've just come under Bridge 45 at North Kilworth Wharf on my trip to Kilby Bridge last year. As I passed this workboat, it wasn't too clear what was going on, apart from a tea break. It became much clearer on my return, with plenty of warning signs about a footpath closure ahead. We can see here that the towpath is falling away and that new trench sheet piling is being provided along the towpath edge, which will be backfilled to make good the towpath. Hello. They're very interesting. This is the second time I've passed, and another tea break. Whilst considering the subject of towpath edging, when I moored close to Bridge 33 on the Leicester Line Summit section, I moored against some very uneven armco, which creates a risk of scratching the paintwork or the blacking on the side of the boat. At this point here, there is a join in the armco, which is rather flexible. Look at how it moves here. Whilst I'm on the subject of armco, I have often found short sections of old armco embedded into the towpath, and these short sections can be quite a hazard for walkers, runners, cyclists, anyone in fact that is using the towpath. And very often they can't be seen, particularly in the autumn when the leaves fall, so they could be quite a problem for towpath users. Not only that, the actual armco is supported by lateral bars that are embedded into the towpath, and sometimes they become exposed, where the earth has worn away and the bars stick out and they become an obvious trip hazard. I have noticed a number of areas along the towpath adjacent to the marina where very short lengths stick out, and these can be quite treacherous, I have to say. This cyclist, who is cycling away from me in the distance, has just passed several of these hazards, probably unaware that he's done so. But had his wheel hit one of them, it could have thrown him off or punctured his tyres. But that is what it's like along many towpaths, and I found this in other places as well. In this example, I'm at Lock 26, bottom half-mile lock, on the Leicester Line, and you can see quite clearly this is in the centre of the towpath. It is between the lock landing and the lock itself. Quite easy to see on a good summer's day, but not so perhaps in the winter when the towpath is muddy and it gets partly covered up, or leaves drop and completely covers it over. So you do have to be very, very careful. I've found a lovely mooring spot between bridges 38 and 39 on the Leicester Summit section, which will accommodate 3 boats. You can see here where the boat is moored. I was very, very surprised to find this hole in the towpath and what it contained, because it contains a piece of old armco which is in line with the hedgerow. I found that quite surprising. There were also some other short lengths of armco in the centre of the towpath, but this other piece, which was at the back of the towpath, I found quite surprising. And it does make you wonder how long ago this type of repair was made, because the existing edge of the towpath and the armco looks to have been there forever. But with canals that are 200 years old, you do just wonder in the back of your mind, just when was that done? Was it 40 years ago? 60 years ago? Are there records? Who actually knows when these repairs were done? As I came under Bridge 24 last October, it seemed rather odd to come upon a lonesome tug. I couldn't quite tell what was happening. But as I passed, I spotted the sandbags on the side of the towpath. These probably filled with a cement aggregate mix, which are used for towpath repairs. On my return, some days later, they were still there, but the tug had gone. Even more interesting is that on 30th December, the Canal and River Trust announced a towpath closure between bridges 24 and 25 until further notice. The message stated, due to subsidence, the towpath is closed for assessment and repair. The navigation remains open. I'm on the Grand Union Canal, Leicester Line, in the pound between Lock 23, Newton Top Lock, and Lock 24, Spinney Lock, heading towards the top lock. When I moored up, I struggled to get the boat close in against the side of the towpath. You can see from the armco where the usual water level is, and it is significantly lower. Looking across to the other side of the canal, you can see mud where there should be water. Whilst it wouldn't benefit me, I decided I should run some water through the lock to raise the water level in the pound. as this would help other boaters coming along. So I'm making my way along the lock chamber to the top gates so I can open a ground paddle. I assess the drop in water level to be about 5 brick courses, but it may have been a lot lower than its normal level for some while. I have only opened one of the gate paddles to allow water to pass gently through the lock chamber. Here we can see the boat has drifted back to its usual position alongside the towpath. I now estimate the water drop is only about 4 brick courses, or about 3 inches. I hope you enjoyed that look at these canal related items. It's something I hope to do more of in the future, not just cruising and other topics that I cover, but just general matters which are canal related and could be of interest to you. So it's that time again when I thank you all for watching and hope you're all keeping safe and well, looking after yourselves, your friends and families. If you haven't yet done so, please do think about subscribing and give me a like now and again. But if you do subscribe, do click the little bell to receive notifications of future videos. All the very best. Take the utmost care. Bye for now.